Good day, wherever you may be and however you may be watching. Thanks for tuning into this edition of Electric TV. I'm your host, Dominic Sheraton. On this program, we show you how the NECA IBEW Team, electrical construction's best labor management partnership, transforms landscapes and reshapes cities and towns from coast to coast. For this particular episode, we're heading to LA, specifically to a massive project called the Bloc, a $180 million makeover of the downtown's financial district. The Bloc? That's the centerpiece of this cultural, historical, and construction renaissance. And the NECA IBEW team are the artisans. In this town, understated isn't part of the vocabulary. In this town, tearing a roof off a building and opening a huge hole in the earth is just part of the gig. What was an enclosed and outdated mall will eventually become the Bloc, an open-air, mixed-use heart of the new historic 7th Street corridor in DTLA. But right now, it's a big loud mess, albeit with an incredible upside.
The Bloc is an amazing concept. It's to revitalize the urbanization of the downtown market. 10 years ago, you could have shot a cannon off. Most people didn't like coming into downtown. They didn't perceive it as a place that had much going on. And quite frankly, they didn't see it much of a safe place. And to get this opportunity to uncover it, expose it, and allow people to enjoy it is nothing short of amazing.
A substantial component of this project is the total remodel of the attached Sheraton Hotel. When this entire project is complete and people begin to shop and have fun, eat out and do business, there needs to be a place for them to stay as well.
You can come here and spend the night. You can go down to LA Live. You can shop in our fabulous stores and retail spaces. You can do business through the office community. So it's really much more multifaceted than either A, it ever was before, or B, how people most likely think of traditional hotel experience.
Electricity for any modern hotel is vital to everything. In the common areas, the conference spaces, the guest rooms and the lounges, electricity is everywhere.
We have approximately, almost 50 different types of fixtures alone.
It doesn't just end with lights. I mean, everything from sound and music, internet is a huge part of a guest experience. These are all lines that are run, by the electrical teams that are just vital to our systems in order for us to be able to check in order for you as a guest to enjoy your experience in the guest rooms. It's all done through wiring, fiber, and electrical work. NECA and IBEW are doing an amazing job for us, and it's partnerships like those that are critical because, again, most hotels would probably close in an environment like this, but we elected not to because we knew that we had the right teams in place, including NECA and IBEW, and that was a critical part of our decision in moving forward and providing a guest experience while undergoing such a significant construction project.
We also always talk with the men. They're the ones that have the hands-on and take in suggestions. So we always work as a team through whether you're management or building the job and installing all the different things we have to do in the electrical industry.
Right now I'm putting in some connectors. I got to put in some 2-inch connectors for this gutter box here. So I'm just getting some measurements so I can knock these holes so we can set it all up in here. We just got to get the raceway going for the elevators. So this is going to multiple floors right now.
We are in the basement, and I'm responsible for single line, which is pretty much the backbone of the entire electrical system. It's the tree trunk. This is a pretty old building. So if you look at the ceiling, you can see how jam-packed it was. So I could have been in here for a week and a half with a bunch of guys, piping, supporting all that, and then eventually coming back and pulling the wire. Instead of that, I ordered out this feeder cable that already has the conductors in it. So I tugged these in, and 2 guys, 2.5 days, instead of 5 guys in a week and a half.
I always like to use the phrase home stretch, but the stretch is quite long, and I would say we're probably 75% of the way there. See, we're trying to operate with an incredible guest experience, and that just doesn't happen. It happens by design and coordination. And so who you partner with as far as who those teams are absolutely critical. This hotel was wired with old Cat 3 wiring that most people don't even work with anymore. And so here we are moving into Cat 5 and Cat 6 wiring. We're moving into lighting that's much more sophisticated with dimmer switches. This hotel, quite frankly, is 40 years old. And on that note, a lot of that hasn't been touched in those realms that we're talking about in those 40 years. So there was a significant upgrade and quite a distance we've traveled to come into the new age of technology.
When it comes to technology and the practical application of modern electrical techniques, that is exactly what the NECA IBEW team specializes in. Thanks for tuning into this edition of Electric TV. Did you know our YouTube channel is now up over 1 million views? It's only possible thanks to our loyal viewers. We couldn't have done it without you. Here's to 1 million more. Because on your tablet, your PC, or your smartphone, ETV is always on. We'll see you next time.